AI is here, and 2026 is going to be a really defining year for a lot of remodeling businesses because a lot of the businesses that are going to utilize AI are going to be able to lean up their machine. They're going to be more efficient and thereby more profitable, which means they can scale their business further. So the companies that are going to adapt are going to scale rapidly, and the ones that aren't are just going to be left behind. So in this video, I'm going to break down how you can use AI in your remodeling business, which can help you scaling faster than ever. So I'll talk about how you can use artificial intelligence to win more jobs, increase profits, and grow your team. And whether we like it or not, the remodeling industry is changing. Contractors who embrace AI are winning more jobs, working smarter, and scaling faster than their competition. In this video, you'll discover five powerful ways to use AI in your remodeling business. So let's just dive right in. The opportunity is actually that 75% of remodelers, they aren't using AI yet. And here's your advantage. So if you know how to use this well, this is not something you should be scared about. This is something that you should put your hands up over the head about, because you basically can tap into running a more lean and efficient business that are more profitable. So only 25% of contractors meaningfully use AI in their business. And that's the source from that is Service Titan 2026 that have this report made. And that means 75% of your competitors are making decisions the old way. And therefore, you have a massive opportunity to get ahead. Contractors who adapt AI now will have a massive competitive advantage. They'll close more deals, they'll increase profitability, and scale faster. The question is, will you be one of them? So here are 5 powerful AI applications for remodelers. The first one is design visualization. So show homeowners photorealistic renderings of their projects before you start. We have faster estimating, generate detailed estimates in minutes instead of hours. And then we have auto communication, which is responding to leads instantly and keep clients updated 24/7. Next thing is data-driven decisions. So analyze your metrics to identify what's working and what's not. Project management, optimize timelines, predict delays, and manage resources smarter. So the first use case is showing homeowners their dream remodel before you start. So obviously one of the biggest challenges in remodeling is that homeowners struggle to kind of visualize the final result, because they see like a 2D sketch and don't really understand what it will look like. And this leads to miscommunication and change orders. So you could basically utilize AI to design tools to solve this problem. You upload a picture, describe the changes, and AI generates photorealistic rendering showing exactly what the finished project will look like. And I'm going to basically break down which tool you can use for this later in this video, but it's basically a tool where you can take a picture, you then make a full description of what you spoke about with that homeowner in the meeting, and then it can generate some before and after pictures that you can show them. And this is going to make the homeowner feel confident and sign faster. It's going to reduce change orders from miscommunication and ultimately generate renderings in minutes. So this is also going to increase the close rate, because now they can actually see the final result for them, which obviously increases the perceived value of your service. Use case 2 is generate detailed estimates in minutes and not hours. So estimating is one of the most time-consuming parts of your job. You measure, calculate cost, factor in labor, and hope you didn't underbid. But here AI can help. You just describe the project scope, and AI generates a detailed estimate based on current material prices and regional labor rates. You just adjust as needed, but you're starting with a solid foundation. This means you have faster turnaround on quotes, more accurate pricing that protects margins, and you never miss opportunities due to slow quoting. Because the amount of times where I've seen remodelers that are just having too much on the table, they get quotes out like weeks later, which is, it's so bad for the close rate. these homeowners, they almost want it immediately. So the faster you can give this quote out, the higher the likelihood of you actually closing this job is. Use case 3 is to respond to leads instantly and keep clients engaged 24/7. So in remodeling, speed to lead is critical. The faster you respond, the more likely you are to close the deal. But your team is busy managing projects. So AI-powered communication tools automatically generate professional response to inquiries, and your team reviews, approves, and send all in seconds. And AI can also schedule meetings and send project updates. So ultimately, this is going to help with faster response times to leads, more meetings scheduled automatically, and more deals closed because client feels engaged. Use case 4 is to use AI to analyze your metrics and make smart decisions. This is probably the thing that we have been using the most for our partners and in my own business as well, to basically utilize this AI to make better decisions. Because like when you are at a certain level in the business, you're more like obviously the CEO, and the quality of the decisions you are going to make are going to dictate the kind of like the growth you're experiencing in the business. So your remodeling business, generates valuable data every day, lead sources, project profitability, close rates, timelines. But most remodelers, they never analyze it. They just make decisions based on gut feeling instead of facts. So you need to export your business data and upload it into Manus. So Manus is basically an AI agent for data-driven decision making, and it analyzes your metrics and helps you discover which parts of your business are working. So you export your data and ask it, which lead source produces the highest close ratio? What's my average project profitability? So Manus will analyze your data and give you specific actionable answers backed by your actual metrics. I kind of use it as like a business coach. So what you can essentially do is just tell Manus, you can kind of program it so it knows everything about you. It knows the employees you have, it knows your metric, it knows your goals, it knows where you're at with revenue, and you basically ask it, how can I get to this goal? What specific actions should I take? What should I make different in this decision? These are my marketing metrics for this month. Which lead source should I double down on? Which one should I cut? Should I add additional lead sources as well to really scale the business? Just use it as a business partner, as a business coach. And the cool thing is with Manus, this is probably the AI tool that I'll be recommending the most. It basically scans the internet for data and for sources it can use to basically answer your question. So you can even go in and put links into, if you have any YouTube channels where you're seeing a lot of good remodeling content from. If there's books about people that have scaled to 7 and 8 figures with their remodeling business, you can basically make it download their knowledge, and then you can utilize it to get better quality of your questions. All right. Let's see if okay. So the next thing is something that we have also been using a lot for our partners. So all of our partners are basically getting a dashboard, because access to real-time data is really important. So you know how much you've spent on the ads, how many leads you've generated, what is your cost per booked appointments, your contact rate for leads, speed to lead, also the cost per acquisition and total revenue and total return on investment. That's one way to do it. And basically how you build these dashboards, just to let you know, is basically you have your sheets. So in my instance, we have Winter AI that is pulling in the ads data to the sheets every day. That's one thing. The other thing is we pull in the appointments that are being booked from Go High Level. So Go High Level sends over the appointments to the sheet. And then ultimately we take Lovable and make it scan these sheets so it can build the dashboard around it. Maybe this sounds a bit woo-woo, but what I would recommend you do is just ask the AI what you want to build, and then it can give you specific step-by-step guidance on how to do it. Then we have the dashboard at the top, but under we also have the appointments itself. So this is kind of like a consultation outcome form dashboard where you go in and you fill in the outcome of each consultation, if there were proposals sent out, if you closed the job, how much you closed it for, and the lead quality from 1 to 5. Because this is how we can utilize AI to then tell us which videos are actually producing the best quality of leads and what should we double down on. So basically a custom dashboard is like having a mission control center for your business. So instead of digging through spreadsheets, you just log in and you see everything at a glance. Your dashboard might show pipeline value, create active projects, profitability, customer acquisition cost, close rate, and team productivity. And you customize it to show exactly what matters for your business. So basically you use Lovable for building these, and you use Manus for better decision making and for questions, quite like ChatGPT, where Manus is more like an app and website dashboard builder to take the data and build it like visually. The next use case is optimize timelines, predict delays, and manage resources smarter. So project delays are expensive. They damage your reputation, frustrate clients, and reduce profitability. AI can help you avoid them. So AI-powered project management analyzes your historical data to predict delays, and it identifies bottlenecks, suggests optimal scheduling, and alerts you to risk before they become problems. So ultimately they predict delays before they happen, project finish on time, clients stay happy, and optimize crew allocation and resources. It can also help you with utilizing the 80-20 rule, which is identifying your top 20% of customers and double down. So the Pareto principle is one of the most powerful insights in business. 20% of your customers generate 80% of your revenue. And as a remodeler, this means some customers are incredibly profitable while others barely break even. So the question is, do you know which ones? So it can basically help you analyze based on your CRM or whatever you're using for tracking that to identify your top 20% with AI analysis, focus marketing on challenges that bring them, and replicate their characteristics in new customers. So as mentioned, the AI solution that I would recommend for remodelers is Manus. It's one platform that you can use for data analysis, dashboards, automations, and it basically analyzes your data so you can upload your metrics and ask Manus questions so you can get clear, actionable answers from your real numbers. You can build custom dashboards, like real-time dashboard that tracks KPIs automatically, which means there's no manual data entry needed. I would probably also look into Lovable for dashboards. I think that is better, to be honest. So more use Manus to analyze your data or to, seek information or to help you with copywriting, like all of these different things, helping with, email generation. There's so many different things you can do. Automate tasks, so automate follow-ups, estimates, and reports so your processes run 24/7, and then generate insights, so discover patterns, predict conversions, and spot profit opportunities faster. So you can also create like images with Manus. You can upload images as projects that you have done, give it the link to your website, and then tell it to create some nice organic pictures or whatever. That's also something you can do. So really, there's a lot of different use cases that you can utilize it for. And it's just about playing around with it, because then along the way you will get more and more use cases in your head. So the action plan for kind of implementing this is first to defining your goal. What do you want to improve? Is it lead conversion, profitability, project timelines? Be specific. Then gather your data, export your CRM, accounting and project management data, and Manage will then organize and analyze it, and then upload your data and start asking questions. And then Manage will deliver insights in minutes. So that is it. You have a clear data-backed answers to guide your business decisions. No guessing, no more leaving money on the table. And that is pretty much it for this video. If you just in general are looking for getting more jobs for kitchen and bathrooms or anything within the remodeling space, then feel free to book a meeting below. We essentially help with generating more jobs, utilizing AI. However, we also have real people on the phone, as we don't think that is a part of the business that can be outsourced yet. And then we are essentially getting paid on a pay per qualified appointment basis. So we're operating more as a growth partner. And that's also why we use these AI tools so heavily, because we want to make sure our partners are as profitable as possible with the advertising, so we can help them scale, and thereby we can scale ourselves. So that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye bye.